Well, first, I want to talk to you about your monster hit, of course, Stumbling In. That's a cover from the 80s hits from Cyril and Cicatro. Why did you decide to
Yes.
make the remix exactly of that song specifically?
I think just growing up in a country town, we used to listen to a lot of 70s, 80s, and 90s music, even 60s. So Stumblin In was a sort of like a drinking song where I'm from. So yeah, I didn't it didn't come to mind straight away when I started making remixes 6 months ago, but I heard it on the radio in Darwin. So I that afternoon I just gave it a bit of a working, and yeah, it worked out pretty well, I think.
Yeah, sure. It sure did. I also heard that you're going to meet them guys very soon.
Yes, I am meeting Susie Quattro in 5 hours, which is really cool.
Okay. Is it going to be a live meeting or just is another Zoom call?
She's got a show in Perth. So I was actually in Adelaide yesterday to meet Disturbed because we dropped the Sound of Silence remix. So I went and met Disturbed on Sunday, and then I had a studio session for a few days, and then I flew back home to see my baby and my fiance, and then my manager messaged me and said, "Hey, in about 12 hours, you jump on another flight to go to Perth to meet Susie Quattro." I was like, "All right." I just
Okay.
arrived in Perth an hour ago, and yeah.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Well, the night that your career started, something else started as well. The life of your son. How did you experience that night?
Well, it was the best part of my life, obviously. And the night that my fiance went into labor was the night that Stumbling In went viral. So it was all yeah, just in one night, everything happened. So yeah, it was very. Not only did I have to experience like learning how to become a father, I had to learn to experience becoming a successful producer, which was yeah, very tough at the start, but it's very good now.
I reckon it was something very emotional.
Oh, it was insane. It was yeah, having your first son and seeing your wife that's completely, vulnerable to everything and completely reliant on you is crazy.
That's
But it's
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. So you've been involved with music since you were young, even in difficult times. For example, when you were homeless and broke, you have music. Can you? That's the toughest question, maybe. Like describe what music means to you or what impact it has on your.
Well, every time I went through being homeless or through when I was addicted to drugs or when I yeah, heartbreaks or good moments, even everything, anything I went through, I always turned back to my laptop or back to a guitar or back to my drums. So it means everything to me. It's the only thing I've always wanted to achieve in my life was to be a good man and a good producer. And I think I'm doing okay on them parts. And it's just, yeah, the music is just everything to me. If I didn't have music, I don't think life would be worth living, honestly.
Okay. Um, your latest song is out now. It's a remix of the Sound of Silence. It's again a song from the 60s. Is there something that attracts you in remixing older songs, or does it just happen by
I think it's just for a bit there. Obviously, Stumblin In went viral, so it was like, oh, I wanted to follow that up with older songs as well because I was like, well, my audience loves the older stuff, obviously, and they, half the audience likes older music reworked, and half the audience just likes house music. So,
that?
yeah, I think now it's starting to get to the point where I'm remixing newer stuff as well. But it's just, I think that nostalgic value in music is, it just adds a little bit more emotion to a song. Like,
Mhm.
someone's favorite song from the 70s or the 80s. Some people never thought that would become a hit again, or like um, reworked into an EDM tune. I think that huge plays a huge part in how successful it's remix can go, sort of thing. I think remix something from now, it can obviously do good things, but remixing something from 40 or 50 years ago, that's a whole different story, I think.
Mhm. Actually, it's a win-win because you get the older people to like it, and then the young people too. So, uh, is there any maybe another song that's already planted in your head to make a remix of, or is there any artist that you would like to make a remix of that song specifically?
Oh, I think there's so much I still want to do. At the moment, I think there's a viral song going. It's older though. It's a Timberland song. Oh, what is it? I can't know
Timberland
I
song.
can't remember what it's called. Yeah, is it
Got no
Timberland?
money.
Yeah.
It's already, yeah.
Uh, yeah, I think that one's going viral on TikTok. So I just started a little project on that on the plane. So that sounds
Okay.
pretty cool. And I'm doing I just started Englishman in New York with a
Okay,
friend of
cool.
mine. A friend of mine that actually lives in Amsterdam. So yeah, we've got so much in the works. I'm working on a good one of Chicago. If you leave me now, that's a 70s trend, 70s, I think it is, or 80s. Yeah, there's so many. I've got like maybe at the moment I think I've got about 20 remixes in the works. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with them. But I think
Okay.
10 will probably be scrapped, and then I'll pick 10 that are good.
um, okay. You said that you were working with someone from Amsterdam. Are there any other collabs coming up? Something you can tell us about?
I think we've got. Well, I think some artists have been reaching out. I think Tom Adele reached out to remix his new song on Black Friday. That could be cool. Just working through that. I'm not sure if that'll come through or not, but that'll be cool. But I think I'm really liking working with artists that might not be like on Tiesto's level of fame and stuff like that, but really talented producers. For instance, the guy I work with in Amsterdam, we just clicked, and it's been we've written like 5 tracks together. We've got almost too many. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm just really enjoying working with other like-minded people, and people who like to grind and work hard.
Well, okay, great. Because now over your songs you get to travel around Europe. How do you like
Mm.
Europe so far?
I love it. I love you. I'm coming back in 6 weeks, and I was there for a week a few weeks ago, and then this time I'm coming over for 6 to 8 weeks because I loved it so much. I was like, I want to experience it for a few months. So we've got some cool shows coming up. We've got Barucheville, and there's a few others on the list as well. I love Europe, and it's so beautiful. Like the architecture of the buildings to the people, the food. I love Germany's food. It's like comfort food. I went to a pub and in Australia, so we have like a schooner, which is like a medium sort of beer. It's like the main sort of beer you go for.
Mm,
So and then you've got a pint. Do you know what a pint is? Probably it's
yeah.
like in Ireland and stuff. So I'm thinking like I went to them like, hey, I want a beer, and they said, do you want a small or large? I'm thinking like the small is like a schooner, and the pint is like a bigger bit. It's like a liter.
Okay,
And
Germany.
I drank that beer in about 2 minutes because it was so good. It was amazing.
Yeah, actually, you visited France, Germany, and the Netherlands, but not Belgium yet. But
Yes.
heard that the Belgian beers are the best, right?
I think, did I come to Belgium or where did I go in Germany? I think I I think I went to Belgium, didn't I?
You went?
I think so. Oh no, I went to Berlin. Sorry, my bad. I got mixed up.
I do get the confusion. But yeah, we have some very great Belgian beers. That's why Belgium is famous
Oh,
for
nice.
other and chocolate. So when you pass by,
Well,
just call me and then we're gonna grab a beer. So
that sounds good to me. I can't wait to visit Belgium. I thought, yeah, my bad. I get them mixed up. It's very similar names.
yeah, but the country next to Belgium, so I do get the confusion. Cyril, back to the basics. How do I exactly pronounce it? Do I pronounce your name correctly? Cyril?
Yes, Cyril.
Yeah, because in Belgium we say maybe Cyril on its.
Actually, I think that was very common when I was over there. Actually, it was Cyril or yeah, but I don't mind. I think there's many ways people say my name, and that's fine. I just have to live with it.
I have to say that I do like the bucket hat. Was it saying she'll be all right? She'll be right.
She'll be right, mate.
Okay, I make. Okay, maybe one final question. What is up with the bucket hats? Is that like your gimmick or that's your thing?
Honestly, I had the bucket hat on when I first started the remix. The Stumblin In went viral with the bucket hat on, so I was like, well, that's my brand now. I can't get rid of it now. But I actually like them. I've got a big collection of bucket hats, and we're actually making like an official Cyril bucket hat very soon too. So that'll be really cool.
You should sell it as a merch on tour.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna write my name.
Yeah, cool. Okay, Cyril, that's it for me. That's it for Top Radio. I want to thank you for taking your time for us, and I hope to see you in Belgium one day.
Thank you so much for having me, Valerie. I can't wait to come to Belgium.